Good afternoon, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Surya Bagaskara, and my friend Muhammad Zaidan Razzaq will presenting about security tests with Kali OS. Kali Linux is a Debian-based version of the operating system Linux, which has been specially built for penetration testing and digital forensics. One of the main aspects of Kali Linux is its pre-installed security tool suite that can be used for a variety of cybersecurity purposes, including penetration testing and exploitation. Kali Linux is free to download. Kali Linux was released in 2013 by the organization Offensive Security, which also offers cybersecurity training and certification. Offensive Security took the pre-existing security-focused Backtrack Linux and redeveloped it into Kali based on the Debian variant of Linux. Kali Linux is free and it's made very clear that it will always be free. Explanation about operating system. Operating system, or as usual we say OS, is the first layer that put in the computer memory. Memory in here is a hard disk, not RAM. When the computer is turned on, operating system will running first. After that, another software will run after operating system is run. Operating system will perform common core services for another software. These common core services include disk access, memory management, task scheduling, and user interface, so that each software no longer needs to perform common core tasks because it can be served and performed by the operating system. Parts of code that perform core and general tasks are called kernel of an operating system. Okay, next, several kind of operating system. The first is Windows. Windows is the one of the most used OS today. In 1990, Windows was first released by the Microsoft Corporation, which was named Windows 3.0, based on GUI. There are lots of versions released by Windows, but the most widely used lately, namely version Windows 7, Windows 8, and the newest version Windows 10. Windows itself offers easy operation for user. The second is Microsoft DOS, or this operating system. DOS is an operating system that is widely used by IMB PC computer and by computer that are compatible with the Microsoft DOS OS. DOSMIC was first launched in 1981. This OS was made by the Peterson team. Okay, the second is Microsoft DOS, or this operating system. DOS is an operating system that is widely used by IMBPC computers and by computers that are compatible with the Microsoft DOS OS. DOSMIC was first launched in 1981. This OS was made by the Peterson team of the Serial Computer Products, or SCT company before being developed by Microsoft. The third is Macintosh, or Mac OS. Is an operating system that was created by specifically for Macintosh computers, and this Macintosh or Mac OS is an operating system that was created specifically for Macintosh computer, and this OS is not compatible with IMB based personal computer. Mac OS was first introduced to the public in 1984. This OS was made by Apple Computer. The fourth is Linux. Linux is a modular Unix type OS. Linux is thought to be developed around 1970s to 1980s. Linux uses monolithic kernel. The difference between the Linux OS and the other operating system is that is OS has a kernel and open components. The number 5 is Unix. Unix is an OS that is widely used in supercomputers and mainframes, or more precisely, in large companies that use. Number 5 is Unix. Unix is an OS that is widely used in supercomputer and mainframes, or more precisely, in large companies that use supercomputer to manage very large data. Okay, the next is usability of operating system. Perform basic operation, manage hardware and software work, place the program or application, presenting the view, coordinating the work of computer or equipment, optimizing computer device function, protect the running of a program function. That is enough for me. Thanks.
Kali Linux is an OS upgrade from Backtrack. Kali Linux is used as the OS for system penetration and security. An information security training company, Offensive Security, developed a penetration distribution as a successor to a Backtrack that provides approximately 300 security-related tools. Kali Linux distro also supports ARM or Advanced Risk Machine Architecture. Usually used by hackers, Kali Linux also includes more than 13 software for penetration. Advance of Kali Linux OS. 1. Display dynamic and comfortable to use. 2. Stable performance. 3. Synchronize on Debian repository. 4. Safe from virus and malware. Applying the FHE's file system hierarchy standard method, which makes it easier for use to search for binary file, library, support file, and more. 6. Has more than 300 tools which function for penetration testing or security testing that hackers don't commonly use. Lightweight, like 7. Lightweight OS with a minimum capacity of 20 GB hard disk, at least 1 GB RAM, or on a laptop or computer. Can use a bootable USB or DVD as an installation tool. 8. Supports a wide range of wireless devices. 9. Have many languages. 10. Can use multiple desktop environments such as KDE, LXDE, and XFCE. 11. Long-term support for long-term development of ARM hardware. 12. Support ARML and ARM MHF. 13. Immune to virus attack because of the high security system. Now I will talking about the deficiency of Kali OS. First is Kali OS operating system. Kali Linux operating system is difficult to learn, especially for those that doesn't know about computer skill. 2. Not many applications support Linux. 3. The operations of this operating system is less attractive. 4. Not much support from certain hardware. 5. Windows program will not run the Kali Linux operating system. 6. Cannot open the file with the .x extension. Now, we move to features of Kali OS. Kali OS have more than 300 penetration testing tools. That Kali OS is follow FSA compliant and extensive wireless device support. Can be modified the patch kernel for injection. Have a safe development environment. 6. GPG flex multiple package and repos. 7. Have many languages. and 8 fully customizable. I will talk about tools of KaliOS. KaliOS is a toolbox equipped with various tools for various needs to support developing system security system, security auditing, debugging, and so on more. The many tools provided by Kali Linux so that we can use them with the function of each tool. Among the tools for Linux penetration are as follow: 1. Nmap, 2. Laini, 3. Aircrack.ng, 4. VPS.can, 5. Hydra, 6. Wireshark, 7. Metasploit framework, 8. Skipfish, 9. Maltego, and 10 is Nessus. We will talk about conclusion. The conclusion of our presentation is Kali Linux is the resource project funded and controlled by offensive security, namely as an organizer or provider in world-class testing and training information security device. Kali Linux is used as an OS for penetration and security, which is commonly used by hackers. Kali Linux is also includes more than 13 software and has more than 300 tools for system penetration.